Hello, and welcome to Flacco's Fun World Podcast. This is a show that is hosted by none other than Flacco the Great, who wants to bring laughter and joy to your faces. Whether you like movies like Star Wars or Marvel, or games like Five Nights at Freddy's, Bendy, Minecraft, or perhaps you are into funny stories about Flacco's life, we have it all. Now sit back, my friends, and enjoy today's episode on Flacco's Fun World Podcast.
Hello everybody, my name is Flacco the Great, and welcome back to Flacco's Fun World Podcast. The show where we're just here to, chill out, relax, talk about funny things, movies, games, etc. You know where I'm going with this. But yeah, welcome back. I really hope you guys have had a good week. Hopefully you guys also had a good Easter as well. Again, I know, no video podcast. I don't really have the stuff to set it up right now. It's being very weird. But I'm hoping by the time me and Dominic do our Minecraft movie episode, wink, 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 I will be able to get that fixed right away. I don't know if you guys know this or you can tell, but I got a brand new podcast mic. I gave my other one to Dominic because it's interesting. So Dominic told me that he wanted to also start doing podcasts as well. And I thought that maybe I can assist my man and just give him my mic. And I just got this new one here. It's a bit smaller and it doesn't have not a camera stand, like one of those stands to hold the mics. I might buy one very soon because it is kind of small and it hurts to bend over and talk a lot. But I'm probably gonna get that fixed, or when me and Dominic do one, I might just try to do a different setup to see how that works. But hopefully the audio sounds good, and hopefully it doesn't sound bad. But hopefully you guys had a good week and a good Easter. I know I did, even though I was sick for both. Yeah, I was sick. I'm still healing up. Yesterday though, man, was weird. I went to work yesterday and I was on IPOS where I would be outside taking orders from the drive-thru, and my nose began to bleed for absolutely no reason. And they sent me home early, and it was so embarrassing because I was taking the order and then all of a sudden my nose just started bleeding from both nostrils. And it was really bad. And I was so embarrassed. And I don't get embarrassed easily, but this is like a whole different kind of like embarrassing thing. Like I wasn't expecting it. Like, yeah, I was still stuffy. Like my nose definitely gets stuffy due to, having allergies. But yeah, my dad picked me up, took me home, and yeah. But he gave me this. Wait, what is this? Simply Saline Nozzle Mist Daily Care Instant Relief for Everyday Congestion. It helps with clearing congestion, moisturizing dry nose, and flushing irritants. I don't know what that means, but also helps with preventing dry nose bleeds. This is what happened to me. Better sleep, pregnancy congestion. I'm not pregnant, so we don't have to worry about that. And with sports. Ingredients: purified water, sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate. Uses comforting mist, helps relieve symptoms of dry, irritated nose, and flushes dust, dirt, pollen, and congestion from nasal and sinus passages. Safe to use during pregnancy. Warning: this use of this dispenser by more than one person may spread infection. Keep out of reach of children. Constant under pressure, do not puncture or incinerate. Store between 59 degrees and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. 50 degrees is 30 degrees Celsius, and voice right in the eyes. If that didn't make sense to anybody, to my apologies. Also, you can probably hear it the way that I'm talking. I'm still a little bit stuffy, but it is helping. This spray that I've been using. I mean, it's weird because it sprays a lot, but it helps. So I'm probably gonna do it again before I head out to work today, and hopefully that doesn't happen again, and we'll see where that goes. But other than that, I had a good Easter. I just finished editing the Easter video for Higher Vision Church. I shot it in 4K today, which took forever to edit because when it comes to like a higher quality, it takes more storage in your computer, or gigabytes, I guess, basically. So Yeah, it definitely took a minute, but I got it uploaded to YouTube and at our website. If you guys want to check it out, just go to Higher Vision Church Reno. You can check out our Easter church video if you were not able to make it or you just wanted to see it for yourself. It's a good look because I shot it in 4K, guys. Okay, that's a lot. That's a big quality for a church video, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna spray my nose later. But today, guys, I am doing a movie review. Woo! It's been a minute. I know. Today's movie review is one that I have never thought that I would ever do. Did I make sense? I think I messed it up. What I meant to say was this is a movie that I never thought that I was going to do. And you guys already saw the title. It is Mufasa, the Lion King movie. This movie came out last year in December. When did the movie come out? Wait, hang on. December 9th, 2020. Oh, it was 2024, not 2023. Wait, what did I say? Did I say 2024? I don't remember. But it was December of 2024. Now, if you guys know me, I would not consider myself a musical slash animal talking movie guy. So, like... Okay, so y'all remember back in 2019, I think is when the Lion King live action movie came out. Nobody liked it because it was just not the same like the animated Lion King movie. For me, I have a personal thing about when it comes to remaking animated movies and bringing them to live action. But to be honest, Disney is hurting a lot, especially after what happened with Snow White, which is... I know for a fact I will not be doing a movie review about, let alone even watching the movie itself. It's pretty bad. People are hating on the Snow White actress. She's getting bombed to death. And but we're not talking about that. But yeah, Disney's been hurting a lot, man. They've been trying to create as many movies as they can, and so they started making our favorite animated movies as kids or back then and bringing them to life, which honestly it has not been working as well. I mean, there has been a few that that were kind of good, but then like everything else just like the movies just went like kapla. And the Lion King movie that came out in like 2019, I think I heard it didn't do as well. Because it was literally just the Lion King movie animated, but it's just live action. And I think it goes back to where I say, I don't know why, I have like this, I just don't always like when they do that. Like, it takes the fun out of it. When it comes to like making animated movies, you can do almost anything you want, especially when it comes with like emotions. Like I feel like when it comes to animation, you can show more emotion than you could like if it was like live action, right? But then you make it realistic, and it takes that emotion away because it looks goofy. Have you ever seen a lion smile? Go watch Mufasa. It's something I never thought I was going to see. And also, who wants to buy a live action Mufasa doll? Yeah, sit there in silence and think about what I just said. Like it's same thing with like the Little Mermaid movie. I saw only like the first part and I didn't finish it. I got so bored. But like, why would you want to buy a live, like a realistic crab of Sebastian? Nobody would want that. No kid is gonna want to ask that for their birthday. Like, I feel like there's some pros and cons if you want to do live action. I mean, obviously, I am impressed when it comes to like, the CGI, when it comes to like even the Mufasa movie. Like, I'm impressed with that because that costs a lot of money. That takes a lot of time, especially if it's a full CGI movie. But I feel like the con of it is like it takes the fun and like that emotion for the movie, if that makes sense. But Skylar, for months and months and months, had begged me to watch the movie because she said it's her favorite movie, and she said that about Wicked, and she said that about The Wild Robot. Great movie, by the way. I love that movie. I love The Wild Robot. I thought it was so good. And I kept telling Skylar for months and months and months, no, I am not watching the Mufasa movie. But finally, last week, I decided to watch, not last week actually, 2 weeks ago, I finally decided to watch Mufasa for the very first time with her. I didn't know the movie was about 2 freaking hours long, so I watched with her till it was like 1 in the morning. And I had some things I want to say about it, but we're going to go over exactly what the Mufasa movie is about. I pulled it up on Wikipedia. I know Wikipedia is not always the trustworthy thing, but when it comes to movies, I can almost guarantee Wikipedia is a good place to look up. But we're going to kind of read this and then talk a little bit about my experience with it. And then, yeah. So, after Simba becomes king of the Pride Lands, he and Nala have a daughter named Kira, and are expecting another cub. Okay, pause. So, for those of you who see Lion King Simba's Pride, which was the second Lion King movie animated, it wasn't too bad either. You guys know Mufasa and Nala had a daughter named Kira. Now, Kira is supposedly going to become the queen of the Pride Lands in the future, I think. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys see Lion King Simba's Pride, then you probably know like the story of how it goes. But I found it fascinating that when it came to the live action Lion King, like even Mufasa, we are still taking the animated stories and connecting it. So it's all connected, right? And then obviously, it just says Simba and Nala are about to have a son. So it's weird. I'm watching the movie. It seems like Simba stays at Pride Rock for a bit, and then Nala goes to this forest and sits under this cave. She's like, "I'm waiting for you, Simba." Okay, first of all, right there, I have no idea what that meant. But then Simba leaves. Simba leaves, and he leaves Kira in the hands of Timon and Pumbaa. Now, I mean, these guys were kind of funny, but they're not my Timon and Pumbaa. Not like my Timon and Pumbaa from the animated movies. Those were good. I love Timon and Pumbaa from the animated Lion King movies. It's not the same, man, but hey, what are you going to do, Yeah, they leave for in an oasis where Nala could give birth while Simba asks Timon and Pumbaa to watch over Kira. Rafiki, one of my favorite characters, soon visits them and decides to share the story about her grandfather Mufasa, with Timon and Pumbaa providing color commentary in between. If we could call it color commentary. But yeah, okay, so also what I didn't know was the son. They gave birth to a son. And for those of you who've seen the Lion Guard show, which is like Lydia and Skylar's favorite show to watch in Disney Plus, they had a son named Kion, which Kion apparently is the son that they're mentioning in the movie. They never say his name. And if you see Lion Guard, we believe that is actually Kion, who is like the leader of the Lion Guard. He has like this special power where his roar is like super powerful. He could move mountains or something like that. That's what I can remember from the show. But yeah, so Kiara is scared, right? Because her parents are gone and she doesn't know they're going to come back, even though he's literally just going to go see Nala give birth, which is kind of scary. And then there's this storm going on at Pride Rock, and she's like, "Oh, I'm scared." Rafiki's like, "Ooh, I know. I tell you a story about your grandfather, Mufasa." And so this is where the majority of the movie takes place. Mufasa and his parents, Masego, and Afia, and Afia search for the mythical Milele. Now, when I heard that word Milele, sounds like a type of sauce you would put on spaghetti or something. Like think about it for a sec. Think about it. I would like spaghetti and Milele sauce. Yeah, that doesn't sound. Maybe like a beverage. Can I have a sip of your Milele? No, it sounds like a disease. Oh, hell, I have Milele. I don't know. It was an interesting word, but. And then they start singing about Milele or whatever. It was the weirdest thing. It's weird when you see live action lions sing. I'm not really sure what to think about it when live action lions sing. Anyway, so after the song, blah, 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 a flood sweeps Mufasa into a wetland where he meets Taka, a royal cub. So Taka, not Takis, that's a snack. Taka, who apparently is Scar, saves Mufasa when Mufasa gets swept away by a flood, which was very sad, But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Taka sees Mufasa, and Taka has he has those royal accents. like, well, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, they are attacked by young crocodiles until Taka's mother, Queen Eshi, intervenes. She's cool, by the way, in this movie. She accepts Mufasa, but Taka's father, King Obasi, criticizes him for befriending an outsider. So apparently there are different lion prides, I guess. But this is before like animals were like quote unquote united. And Obasi thinks like outsiders are bad people that like, you know, I'm gonna eat this little cub because he's an outsider. But then like, you know, Eshi's like, no, he's just a cub. He doesn't want to hurt you. He's an outsider. Outsiders are bad people. Where was I? Obashi holds a race between his son and Mufasa to determine whether the latter can join his pride. When Mufasa lags due to exhaustion, Taka throws the race so he can stay. So yeah, like Mufasa and Taka race, and Taka was like, I want to tell you a secret. I've always wanted a brother, and then he lets Mufasa win, so that way Mufasa could stay in the pride, or in their pride, because you know, he's now a lost stranded cub. So, as Mufasa and Taka grow up, they form a strong bond while they sing, I've always wanted a brother. Well, guess what? I've always wanted a brother, and look how that turned out for me. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. I love my sisters. Oh, man. I'm so stuffy. Oh, the pain. As Mufasa and Taka grow up, they form a strong bond though Obasi continually tries to keep Taka with him and orders Mufasa to stay with the lionesses. Oh yeah, so King Obasi wants Mufasa to stay with the lioness because you know he still doesn't like an outsider in their home, anyways. Right, but the thing is, Mufasa develops like this, almost like this power, not like a superpower, but like something no lion male has. He has like almost like the talents of like a female lion. Like he can smell things that even males can't smell, and he's like a really good hunter and fighter. So yeah, like Eshi teaches Mufasa to hunt and use his senses among other life skills. While hunting one day, two white lions attack them. Eshi takes a hit, so Mufasa jumps in to help her. He ends up killing one, and together they force the others to flee. Taka witnesses the attack, but retreats in fear. The survivor, Azibo, informs Kyros, leader of the outsiders, a pride composed of lions who were outcasted from their respective prides to their white fur. Kyros seeks vengeance for the death of his son, Shaju, who Mufasa killed, and approaches Obasi's pride. Yeah, so like... Okay, so let me explain a little bit better. So in the movie, like, there's these white lions who are... Which I was not expecting to see white lions. I mean, they're rare, right? It's just like white tigers, right? There two white lions attacked Eshi and Mufasa, but Mufasa kills one who apparently was the son of Kyros, the leader of the white lions. And the survivor Zebo like tells Kyros like about what happened, and then of course Kyros, you know, he has the female lions who are very creepy. I don't know why they are. I don't know why when it comes to females, sometimes when they're bad guys, they're like the scariest one for the men. But he has the girls kill Azebo because he left his son to die basically in fear. And yeah, and then Taka, he doesn't do anything. He's a coward. He's a chicken. But it kind of does show that Scar, because Scar is very manipulative, but I would consider him a coward sometimes. Like, I've seen it in the animated movies before, you know what I'm saying? So like, you have that. And then after Obasi realizes that Mufasa saved his wife, he was like, I am in your debt. And now he has more care and respect. And then he finds out that Taka didn't even do anything about it. He's like, come on, man, you're supposed to be king, right? Like, you can't be, you know, doing that. A king doesn't abandon his own, you know, and like all that kind of stuff. But then when they find out that the white lions are going to attack their pride, this is where things get interesting. Sensing them coming, Mufasa warns them and is ordered to flee with Taka. When they arrive, the outsiders slaughter Obasi, Eshi, and the rest of their pride off screen while singing a song. I don't remember what the song was that Kyoto's song, but it was dumb. Mufasa and Taka escape them by jumping off a waterfall and into the river. So yeah, okay, so obviously Kyotos wants revenge because his son was killed by Mufasa. And so doing that, he kills the entire pride with Obasi and Eshe, I don't remember. And then he chases Mufasa and Taka, but they jump off a waterfall and they were able to escape. So now Mufasa and Taka, not Taka, it's a Moana villain. Taka must now figure out, like, what do we do now? Like, okay, where do we go? We can't go back. They're probably still hunting us. Like, what do we do now, you know? But before we continue, guys, I'm going to take a quick break and say hi to my pops. Alrighty, we are back. Hope you guys enjoyed that quick little break. Which just say hi to my pops. And Skylar just found out I'm doing an episode about the Mufasa movie. And she was like, oh, can I be part of it? And I said, well, no, I'm already kind of like almost done. Well, maybe not almost done, but you know what I mean. And she was like, well, I am definitely going to listen to it and make sure you were honest about the reviews. So let's see how that goes. Where were we? Let's see, Mufasa and Taka, they escape. They jump off the mountain into the waterfall. Okay. Here we go. So, when Mufasa and Taka reached land, they encountered a stray lioness named Sarabi, whose own family was killed by the outsider pride as well. Her Hillbill Scout, Zazu, if you guys know who Zazu is, he soon becomes like Mufasa's not scout, but he becomes like his like royal apprentice or something, like in the animated Lion King movies. And eventually a younger Rafiki. Yes, later on they do go into a younger Rafika, where apparently he's actually cast out of his own home from his own people because like Rafiki, like they say like he's cursed and like he's like the devil or something because because I don't remember what was hunting them, but like something was like hunting them, like killed a couple of their own people, and they blame Rafiki for it because like Rafiki like had like these visions about it, so like they cast him out of his own home. But he's so funny, actually. I'm not gonna lie, he's not even scared of the lions when they were trying to eat him. He was just like do 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 do. That's good old Rafiki for you. But yeah, Rafiki tells him he's going to be Lele to find a brother he saw in a prophetic visions, and the group follows him there. Taka develops romantic feelings for Sarabi. Oh yeah. Taka is like, Mufasa, you like to live with the lionesses, right? Can you tell me like what should I say to a Sarabi so like, because like I really like her, she's the love of my life. And I'm like, bro, you literally just met her, but okay. But isn't that all guys, you know, like guys, they see a girl, they're like, oh my gosh, she's the one I've been looking for my whole life. I know I just met her like 2 seconds ago, but those eyes, the smile, the melon, the beautiful smile, and you know what I'm saying, like why don't men do that? I mean, I'm a man, so I gotta anyways. But yeah, and then Mufasa is like, just tell her she's like a duck flower. But apparently, like, Mufasa could, like, smell it off of her fur. Like I said, Mufasa has, like, that very special smell. So, and then, like, Taka is like, you smell like a duck. Okay, that's funny because I feel like it's so realistic when it comes to, like, actual voice. Like it's like, when it comes to, like, talking to women, men treat it like you're, like, talking to, like, a celebrity or something, right? And so, like, but then they mess up. You smell like a duck. What? Flower. A duck flowers. What? I will say that is a funny part of the movie. Like I like that. But let's see, where were we? Oh yeah. The outsiders continue to pursue them, so Sarabi causes an elephant stampede to distract and disorient the outsiders, allowing the group to escape. She's knocked unconscious after falling into the stampede's path, causing Mufasa to save her. Out of loyalty, he lies and tells Sarabi that Taka saved her. So Mufasa saves her. And then, pay attention why I tell you this. He says like this, it's okay, I got you. So apparently she heard it when she was unconscious. And then she woke up, she's like, what happened? Who saved me? And then Mufasa lies, say it was Taka. he saved you. Because he knew that Taka liked her, and he was trying to help his bro out. I mean, hey, I don't have a brother, so I don't know what that feels like. But hey, like, that's called loyalty. You know what I'm saying? But even if you are lying. And so, yeah, now she thinks like, oh, Taka saved me? Oh, my hero. Lick, lick, lick. Not kiss, because, lions don't kiss, they lick. Or something like that. I don't know how nature works. But the groups head through a snowy mountain range, following Rafika's direction, with Zazu covering their tracks in the snow. Sarami tells Mufasa that she knows he saved her, and they soon fall in love. And then they start singing a song again. I don't remember what the song was, to be quite honest. I don't remember any of the songs, except for, like, the brother one, because that's all Skylar, Lydia, and Mom ever sing, which is super annoying. But yeah, like, she knows now, like, you're the one who smelled the flowers off my fur. You're the ones who were whispering to say, it's okay, I got you. You saved me. And Mufasa's like, no, no, no. And they start singing the song, and he's like, you know what? I love Taka, but I love you more. Let's fall in love and have babies. So, yeah, apparently, though, Taka watches, and then he begins to rap or something. Like, I think he tried to rap. But yeah, he grows jealous and he grows angry. And he's like, my brother betrayed me for her. And so, out of anger and guilt, he sees that the white lions, or Kiros, is like close. And then he's like, okay, this part I found interesting. Because he, instead of sounding like the weak little, like, Taka, his voice, like, changed to, like, the manipulative Scar. And I'm not gonna lie, that part was also very cool to see, because, like, Scar, the way they portray the character, he is both malicious, cunning, and manipulative. And that's exactly what Taka did with Kiros. So yeah, like, Taka meets Kiros and the Lost Hungry Outsiders, offering a proposition for Kiros to get revenge on Mufasa for his son's death in exchange for Taka joining his pride. And then all of a sudden, like, Kiros is like, you lost your family, I lost my son. I will claim you as my own, Taka. And he's like, yes, I will help you get revenge against my brother, who took the love of my life. Something like that, I don't remember. But yeah, and then the next day, the group reaches Milele, a lush oasis, with Taka secretly leaving marks for the outsiders to follow. So Milele is real, and they find it. So Rafiki finds the tree from his visions and claims Mufasa as his brother before the outsiders attack. Okay, this part, in the movie, Mufasa and Rafiki are very, very close, like in the Lion King animated movie. So it's interesting how, like, that relationship developed. And then next, Rafiki's like, you are my brother, the brother in my visions. Because my real brother died years ago. But you are now my brother, Mufasa. Something like that. And Mufasa is like, that totally makes sense. But then the outsiders attack. Mufasa learns of Taka's treachery while fighting Kiros. Despite this, Mufasa rallies the animals in Milele to fight off the outsiders. Kiro forces Mufasa into a cave and prepares to finish him off. Seeing his brother exhausted, realizes what he has done. A remorseful Taka intervenes, causing Kiros to slash Taka's eye, leaving a scar. Hello. Okay, sorry. But yeah, so big fights going on. Mufasa asks the people of Milele, or the animals of Milele, to fight with it to save their pride. And they're like, yeah, this lion that we just met is right. Attack the white lions. And Kiros is like, I'm gonna fight you now. And then Mufasa was losing. And Taka was like, what have I done? And he lugs in front of Kiros, and then Kiros slashes his eye, giving him that scar. Hence, scar. You know what I'm saying? But then, an earthquake occurs, causing Mufasa and Kiros to fall into a cave lake. Kiros attempts to drown Mufasa, but a falling rock allows Mufasa to send Kiros plummeting to his death, and he swims away to safety. Mufasa has trouble getting out of the water, but is again saved by Taka, who narrowly resists the temptation to drown him. So this part was very confusing to me. Like, he saves his brother, it kind of helps like defeat Kiros. But when Mufasa's having a hard time getting out of the water, he does that scene like he did in the Lion King movie where like he lunges his claws into the skin of Mufasa. Like, you guys know that scene in the movie. That's how Mufasa died. But he still had the audacity to still want to just let him drown. So he never really forgave Mufasa. He never really, like, he still wanted to kill Mufasa even though he saved Mufasa. And for me, that part is very confusing. Like, emotions, am I right? But he still saves him. So, yeah. Mufasa and Sarabi exit the cave together as the animals celebrate their victory. The animals, in gratitude for Mufasa uniting them against the outsiders, make him king of Bilele. Mufasa is soon reunited with Afia, that's his mom, who tells him that Masigo died in the previous flood. Very sad. Very sad, but at least he has his mama. Mufasa confronts Taka about his betrayal and allows him to stay, but refuses to refer to Taka by his name anymore. Taka renames himself Scar. And by the way, Taka does not sound the same anymore. He actually sounds like Scar now. He's like, please forgive me, brother. But he still sounded very manipulative when he said it. And he's like, you could stay, but I can no longer call you Taka, not after what you did. And he's like, then call me Scar as a reminder of what you've done. But still, he wants revenge against his brother, even though he saved him. So, like, why did you just let him die? You know, it was very confusing. But Mufasa then ascends up the newly formed Pride Rock and roars triumphantly with Scar watching from behind. Why is it every Lion King movie they always hit the every lion's roar like roar? End credits. But back in the present, Kira roars at the skies as the spirit of her grandfather looms over her. She and her friends soon reunite with Simba to meet her newly born sibling, to whom Kira offers to tell Mufasa's story. So basically, in the end, we found out the true legends of one of the great kings of the Pride Rock, if not the first, Mufasa, and the tragic ending relationship of Taka, aka now Scar, and Mufasa. So that's basically the movie. You know? Yeah, that's the movie right there. So my thoughts about it. I feel like maybe I was hating on it too much. I wouldn't say it was a terrible movie. At the same time, though, I'm not a big fan of musicals. And I feel like taking the live action approach of this movie, I kind of wish it was animated. But at the same time, I get it because, like our technology when it comes to, like, CGI and all that has been growing exponentially. So, like, why not try to make a live action Mufasa movie? And it did good in box office, I think. I heard that it still did pretty good for what it was. But personally, for me, I feel like there were some parts of the movie that I was like, okay, what? Like, it's weird when you see lions have emotion that are live action, because it just feels so unrealistic and weird. And like I said, I'm not a musical person, so I wasn't a big fan of the musical parts. The story was not bad. I mean, yeah, we went from, two brothers who have a strong relationship to the relationship breaking apart because of Taka's betrayal against Mufasa. So like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. It was okay. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but for what it was, I don't think it was that bad. I personally wish it was more of an animated movie than live action, because I feel like you could put so much more emotion and depth into it, but it was still good for what it was. But anyways, guys, that was today's episode. Not a too long one. There's why I'm a little bit speeding up. I do have work in a couple of hours, so I got to make sure to get ready for that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but hey guys, stay tuned, because pretty soon me and Dominic will be doing a Minecraft movie podcast, and all the video cameras will be set up. We each are gonna get our own individual mics. It's gonna look professional, and we're gonna have just a daggum good time together. Okay, so thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. Let me know what you thought of the Mufasa movie. If you thought it was good to you or not, and I will try to come up with more movie so I want to talk about, or even games itself, which I actually do have a game that I want to talk about very, very soon. But until then, guys, may God bless, and I'll see you guys for more Flacco's Fun World Podcast.